welcome to Talk Story Wednesday. So today I'm gonna talk about a bunch of different things. I'm wearing my little orange and black for Halloween. I'm tired today, and it gets that way sometimes. I can only do so much in a day, and I get really tired. My heart, it's been 4 months since my heart attack. So, and I am in cardiac rehab, but they did say it may take a little bit for me to get back to my normal, but also my new normal. I'm not going to be the same as I was before, but I'm also 58, going to be 59, so I don't think I can, jump hurdles anymore or dance till dawn, but I'm going to try and do everything that I could. So first thing I want to talk about is actually my stroke, because I know I notice, and I'm not sure if you notice, but when I speak, my lip is really crooked. And I mentioned it in a previous video that my lips are crooked. It's from the stroke. And I also notice that my face is kind of off, I guess some people would not notice, but I notice. My eye, everything. On this side, when I talk, because look, I'm going to close my mouth and you guys can see that I'm putting my lipstick on the way it should be. Watch. You see? But then when I talk, it gets all kind of weird. But I'm okay, because I can still talk, and sometimes I forget how to use words, but it's not a lot of times, but sometimes. I miss doing makeup as a makeup artist, because my hands, I can't use my hands too much. I had surgery on my hand, and then my left side, and standing up, it's hard, but those are all just physical demands. It has nothing to do with the mental part of having a heart attack, because mentally it's so harder than a stroke. Wait, it's the same. I'm not going to compare a stroke to a heart attack, but with my stroke, I was in denial the whole time. I kept thinking that they were so wrong, that it wasn't a stroke, because I had a car accident and I went through I was in the back seat, and I went through the windshield in the front, and when I hit my head, it knocked me out. I don't remember anything. I don't remember the car accident. I don't remember a darn thing. I remember waking up in the ambulance and asking, "Oh, what happened?" And they said, "Oh, you were in a car accident." I said, "Really?" And then that was it. Then the next thing I remember, I was in the hospital. I kept passing out. I kept not staying conscious. I was in and out. But anyway, I had a brain bleed from hitting the windshield in that car accident. And that's where it crushed my knee. It messed up my whole left side. And so when I had the stroke, I was thinking, oh, they're mistaken, because I had a brain bleed in my brain in 2017, and that's still what it was. And I kept saying, "You guys sure it was a stroke?" And the doctors are like, yeah, it was a stroke. But I still was in denial. I didn't believe them. I had physical therapy, occupational therapy. I had people come to my house, work with me. I had food delivery. It was not good. It was really bad, actually. Then I started walking again on my own, kind of lost balance. And then I had to go to neurology, and neurology went through a whole bunch of tests, and I'm glad, I'm grateful for all of that. But it sucked at the same time, because after all these tests, they started telling me, well, you got neuropathy. Your neck is a little bit is screwed up. It's bone on bone. You have to take all these meds for the rest of your life. You have to be on blood thinners. And I started taking gabapentin. And from what I know, gabapentin, I mean, it's an addictive medication. I only take it at night because my body, especially my legs, at night, it only happens to me at night, starts to feel so weird. Like I can't stand feeling a blanket up against my legs, or just the feeling of anything on top of my legs. It feels weird. The gabapentin, I don't know, I can't necessarily say that it takes away that weird feeling. To me, it doesn't. What it does is knock me out. I'm sleeping, so I can't feel it. So is it helping my neuropathy, or is it knocking me out so I can't feel it? I believe it's the latter, that it just knocks me out and I can't feel it. And then my head started, it hurts a lot. So then the anxiety of having a stroke and thinking you're having another one came into play. I was getting better because it was January 3rd that I had the stroke. And so things were getting better. I was like, oh, okay, I'm starting to do more things. It was hard because I'd get exhausted. I would do a couple of things, and then the next 2 days after I went out or whatnot, I couldn't go out because I was too tired. I was tapped out. And the doctor said it's normal. I mean, it takes about a year or so for you to recover from a stroke. So I was like, okay. And then, I started to get my groove back. I started like, okay, I can do this. Started doing crafts again, started drawing, started making earrings. I make journals. I make bags. I make a whole bunch of different stuff. That's what occupied my mind, because I couldn't do makeup anymore. I have such a creative spirit that I had to do something creative. And so as soon as I was like, oh, I got this, I'm gonna sign up for all these craft fairs. It's Christmas coming. I'm gonna go and join and do the craft fairs. I was depressed. I can honestly say I was depressed because of the stroke, because I felt I was not able to do everything that I wanted to do. I was limited to what I was going to do. So I was kind of depressed. Not kind of, I was a lot depressed. So the night I had my my heart attack, I felt it. I felt really heavy, like an elephant was sitting on my chest. And in my head, I knew what was happening. But at the same time, I felt it was time for me to go. I felt like, okay, God's calling me. It's my turn. I'm probably gonna die. And so I laid down in bed, and I laid there and I said, okay, it's my time. And then my chest got heavier. It got tighter, and I actually couldn't breathe. I was having such a hard time breathing, and I really, really wanted to just go to sleep and not wake up. because I don't want to be a burden to my kids. And it's funny because I didn't take the gabapentin that night. For some reason, my head said, don't take it. Don't take it. And I've been taking it every single night since January. And it's July. But this night I said, no, don't take it. Just go lay down. Just go lay down. And if God wants you, you'll go. So I laid there and I couldn't. I couldn't. It was too painful. And I couldn't breathe. So I had my pajamas on and I was like, okay, I'm going to get up. I got up. I put on clothes because I knew I was going to go to the hospital. Even though I didn't want to, something said, get up and go. Get up. And then I walk to my daughter's room and I asked my daughter, I said, hey, I think I got to go to the hospital. Can you please call 911? I'm going to sit on the couch. And she's like, Mom, you're crazy. Why are you, what's going on? I said, I don't know. Something's wrong. I think something's wrong. So then she calls 911 and then I sit on the couch and I wait. And then, so the ambulance comes, the fire department, and then the ambulance. They take my EKG. They said it looks good. My blood pressure is high. And then I tell them, oh, you know what? I feel better. I'm okay. I'm okay now. You guys don't need to take me. I'm good. And they're like, yeah, no, we're going to have to take you. Your blood pressure is high. So then I looked at my daughter and I said, okay, Cheryl, don't come to the hospital. Just stay home. You go to sleep. It's late at night. It was like 9:30 or whatever. I said, just stay home. I'll be okay. Just stay home. I'll call you in the morning or I'll call you when to come pick me up. So they take me. I go and I'm scared to death by myself. And then I felt it again in the hospital. Well, I was in the ambulance. I was trying to talk these paramedics into letting me stay home because I was trying to tell them, no, you know what, I'm good. I feel better. Okay, don't worry. I can just go. No, we're going to take you. I said, okay, well, take me to the closest hospital, because my daughter got to come pick me up. So they take me to the hospital. And of course, they do the EKG again. Everything seems okay. I was waiting in the hallway and on the gurney, and they finally put me in a room. Chest started hurting again. They did a lot of blood work, and that's where they found that the tropamine was raising. It was getting higher each time they took it. So that's how they could tell that I had a heart attack. But I didn't go into the cath lab till the next morning, and then that's when the cardiologist told my children that I could have died, and that they had to put 2 stents in my main arteries. So, long story, right? Sorry, but that's when a whole different anxiety ball game started happening, because then now I had anxiety prior from the stroke, or even when I was younger, and I can talk about that later. But having anxiety from the stroke, now I have anxiety from a heart attack. Now I was like freaking out, but I just wanted to go home. So I was like, no, I'm good. Yep, time to go home. Oh, perfect, I'm good. I go home and I'm scared as shitless. Sorry for swearing, but I am scared. I'm scared because every darn feeling I had, I thought I was having another heart attack. I thought it would probably be easier if I just laid in bed. I promise. I was thinking that I should have just stayed in bed. I should have taken the gabapentin where I could just sleep and not wake up. And that's probably the worst thing in the world. But that's really how I was feeling, because anxiety and panic attacks are like a constant torture in your head. You don't know if you're dying, if you're having another heart attack, if whatever's happening in your body, this is it. This is the end. It's done. It's over with. And you get so tired and you cry. I closed my door and I cried and I cried and I cried because I was so tired. I didn't want to feel like how I was feeling. These anxiety attacks was literally like a slow killing. It's like, you know, you cut yourself like a pin needle and little blood coming out, but it's just continuously bleeding and you waiting till you bleed to death. That's anxiety. That's anxiety. And I would pace back and forth. I would cry, I would pray. I was like, okay, so tell me, God, okay. I'm still here. I'm still here. What am I supposed to do, God? How do I do this? What can I do? My doctor, who is the best doctor in the world, my primary care doctor, he gave me some medication because every time I had a panic attack, anxiety attack, my blood pressure would go over 200. And he said, if that keeps happening, I'm going to have another stroke. I'm going to have another heart attack. And I'm not trying to, I don't want to have it. I don't want to die. At that time I did, because it's too much. It's just way too much for me mentally. It's challenging. So I would pace in and out of my room, walk around in the living room, trying to calm myself down, praying, talking to God. And then I started taking anxiety medication to help me calm myself. And it has helped a whole lot. It does help. But you still got to get your brain straight. You still got to change your way of thinking. There's a reason. The reason I'm still here. And I believe it's so I could speak about it, talk about it, share with many people who go through this. It's a silent torture, and it's hard. But I want to tell everyone who suffers through depression and anxiety that you could do this. You can. I promise you can. It's a lot of work. It's so easy to give up, and it's harder to not give up. So don't give up. It's going to be a battle. I promise you. But it's worth fighting for. Your life is always worth fighting for. So that's why I started this channel. So self-conscious about my face because I have scars everywhere. One day I'm gonna have the courage to come on and not have all my makeup on, so you guys can actually like see it. I don't know if you guys can see this. I split my lip open. You know, I got the scars going up and down here, slash mark over here. It's like it's my badge, my survival badge. But anyway, and then, okay, so that's my story about the heart and the head, meaning the stroke. I also want to quickly tell you where you can get this, and we will talk a lot about this the next time we talk. Sorry, I'll read a story from in this book. This book contains my growing up part, you know, the abuse part, the physical, mental, child, being raped, all of that. So I survived it. This has to be the reason why I survived all of it. So I can share with all of you and tell you never give up. 58, gonna be 59, and I'm still fighting the same battle as fighting from the moment I was born. But I'm not gonna give up. I promise you, I'm not gonna give up. And then this book as well. You can get both books on Amazon. I wish I knew how to link it. I don't know how to link it, but if you guys want to ask me how or whatever, I'll figure it out. I promise I'll figure it out. But, okay, before we go, I know this is a long one again. I always talk so much. Being that it's going to be Halloween on Friday, I'm going to tell you a couple things when I was young, when I was a teenager living in Hawaii. So there was this place. I'm not telling you like, oh, it's the truth. I'm just telling you the stories and that we did do this. Okay, so there's a place called Morgan's Corner. And so a bunch of you know when you're a teenager, we all jumped in the car. It's like, yeah, let's go Morgan's Corner. Let's go. It's supposed to be haunted. So then, and it's pitch black. There's no lighting when you're driving up in Morgan's Corner. This is when I was like 14, 15. So I don't know how it is now. I've been away from Hawaii for almost 12 years. But you would drive up and you go down this dark drive. It's like a windy road driving. So when we went, and I don't know if the people do this all the time, but when we went, there was a hanging, I don't know, like a scarecrow hanging from the tree with a noose on, hanging on the tree. And when we turned the corner, we saw the hanging. We all started screaming, and we were always driving past, and then somebody dared us to get out of the car. And so I forgot what, we all got out of the car, and what we had to do is run around the car, switch places, and jump back in the car and drive away. So that was one scary stuff we used to do. And then there's a graveyard. It's kind of like by Diamond Head, that when you drive at night, you go over there, you put your headlights or your lights on the statue, and you can see the statue moving, like the statue would actually move. So yeah, we also did that. And there's also a place down in the same area, I forgot where you go. You gotta hike down, and you can hear babies crying. You literally, it sounds like babies crying. Okay, I know they weren't babies, but it sounded like there was babies crying. So those three things I actually did, I promise. I went as a teenager down Morgan's Corner. I did the statue at the graveyard, and we did hike down to hear the babies cry. That's what it's called. You go where the babies cry. And then we did pass the house with no windows. I don't know if all of this stuff is still real back in Hawaii, but back in my days, we're talking early 1980s. That's what we did for fun. But anyway, that's my little Halloween boo to you guys. I hope you all have a fantastic and safe Halloween, and just remember to live in light and love and peace, and be happy. And life, and every single day, it's worth living. No matter how hard it may seem, you're worth it. Life is worth it. So go in peace and harmony, love and light, and I will see you on Saturday. Okay, so Saturday is the day that I went thrifting with my daughter, and then we did go to the casino, but you'll see what happened on Saturday. All right, love you guys. Bye.